Hi guys, in this episode of the Nostalgia Trip, I'm gonna be continuing with my reactions to Generator Rex. Currently we are on Season 1, Episode 17, Basic, and Episode 18, Plague. At least the second episode seems like it's gonna be kind of interesting, but who knows, I am a little kind of I don't know how to say it, I'm in a little bit of a bad mood after the last episode because it wasn't that entertaining overall, because it was more of a filler episode. So I am really hoping that these two episodes, or at least one of these two episodes, is going to be actually pretty entertaining. And so far I feel like the show has a good track record in that regard. So hopefully I'm going to enjoy at least one of these two episodes. But even if we don't, as soon as we are done with those, we're going to be getting into the final 3 episodes of the season. So it's going to be all fine. But yeah. As usual though, before we get into the reaction, I do want to remind you that you can get a full-length version of these videos over on my Patreon or my Ko-fi account, where by subscribing to the specific tier I've created for it, you get access to all of my cartoon full-length reactions. And alternatively, if you go at the higher tier, you get access to all of my live-action TV shows full-length reactions, as well as my movie full-length reactions, which right now consist of Ghost Whisperer, the TV show, and 2 horror movies. At the time at which I post this video, it should be of 2 horror movies, those being Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2022 and House of Wax. I think it was like a 2005 or 2003 movie or something, but I'm really excited to watch it. I still haven't watched it, but for you, it probably should be on the channel already, so yeah, go and check it out. And yeah, enough talking about stuff that doesn't really matter. Without further ado, let's get into the reaction, starting off with episode 17, Basic, in 3, 2, 1. Man, he sucks.
Okay, whoever makes the next shot is the all-time champion. I've got a level 2 threat in the vicinity. To be continued.
You can lose now, you can lose later. Doesn't matter to me. Providence Basic looks tough. I mean, I could handle it. You? I don't know.
Come on. You know I kick your butt.
Says the guy who's currently 0-42 against me in basketball.
Oh, is that a challenge?
Gentlemen, welcome to basic training. All you need to know, that's where we eat, and that's where we blow stuff up.
Jesus.
Another excellent combat experience.
Hey, they're studying me.
Providence Fire team can overcome the tactical deficiencies of this particular special area.
Very educational.
These will be your quarters. Yes, sir. No. 1,000 sit-ups.
You don't have a machine for that, do you, Rex?
You don't have a machine for that?
Yes!
Try to keep up.
Oh, that was nice.
Can you just take a break for 1 minute?
My job is to train soldiers. Every minute I spend with you, real Providence cadets are not getting the benefit of my Evo killing expertise. Help! Hello!
Then go and help those cadets. Why the fuck are you fucking around with us?
This is stupid. We don't have anything to prove to him. Yeah. Oh, and hey, not that this is a big deal or anything, but just for a future reference, you're going down first, which means you quit basic before I did.
What? You were the one who quit first.
No, I just said I wanted to quit first.
Oh, come on. Why does it fucking matter?
No way I'm letting you beat me.
Why are you wasting
I'm not quitting.
parts of your life on this bullshit? Just go and have fun. That's what life is for. Having fun.
Won't be as easy
That was easy?
compared to what's coming. Tomorrow's the start of the toughest 5 days of basic. Oh, it's pain week, maggots.
Really? Maggots? Really? Come the fuck on. I'm offended. I feel offended. I feel like they shouldn't have used that word, because I feel like it sounds too close to that other word, and I feel like in a military environment that is actually a really common word, IRL, so I don't know, it just rubs me the wrong way.
Did he just... Come on.
Put me back!
Into a crashing plane?
I've worked too hard to become Providence to let you...
Come on! I can do this.
So you four are gonna do it again and again until...
I guess Providence is really fucking rich. I mean, to be honest, I think Rex was wrong on that one. It's your job to learn how to do that. To crash the plane safely, without using your powers. I think that should have been a requirement in the first place for Rex.
Don't. You go down there, and Rombauer hits the steps.
Hey, I remember that. Isn't that from the episode in the Arctic?
He's not gonna die. See that collar? It restricts the Evo's strength to non-lethal levels.
You don't understand. That's Weaver. I drained most of his nanites and left him down a 1,000-foot hole in Antarctica.
And it was Providence grunts that pulled him out. At least now he's useful.
I feel like that's a wrong way to use Evos though.
This is the only way to really know if a cadet has what it takes. They're ahead of us.
Not for long.
Now they're even further ahead of us.
Wonderful. Now they're way ahead of us. Why are you even here?
What was that about?
Cameron stopped kicking our class. Or was. Until you crashed and burned her rank.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like Rex is in the fucking wrong. He doesn't even have to be doing this. He's doing this for fun.
For yourself? I just want to beat Noah at something.
Wow, I mean, I'm only here because Providence saved my family's life, and I want to repay my debt to them. I could really learn a lot.
Oh, fuck off. You don't owe Providence anything. They fucked that shit up. They caused it. They need to be fixing it.
I've worked years for.
It's not fair. Him going down there with all his powers. How are we supposed to compete with that? Somebody should do something about it.
No, why did you do that? That's dumb.
Yeah.
And that's gonna cost you your job at Providence.
Don't you want to see what's gonna happen?
Change of plans. I sent Rex to the demo rotation. You're up now.
Ha ha!
Got a problem, cadet?
No, sir.
Get fucked. What goes around
You can handle this.
comes around.
Providence.
Ice that Evo!
I can't! The collar's dead!
I mean, it's off of the creature. I don't think you can use it anymore anyway. Uh-oh. Now Rex is gonna have to save your ass. Good job, cadet. I mean, to be honest, this guy has an arm that has powers on it, so he has a weapon. Well, he used to have a weapon. Now he can't do alchemy anymore. Good that the creature is just standing around as you're trying to kill it.
My fault. I messed with the color.
Forget it. Sometimes when you want to be number one bad enough, it can make your brain stop working.
What do you say we call this a tie?
Did they become official Providence soldiers or whatever now?
No, I was the one who.
Yeah, we all know you were the one who saved the day by pulling all those Evos off me. Doesn't mean you should get 2 medals. You know, This has actually made me appreciate all the stuff the grunts do.
Yeah.
And it also made me appreciate how I will never do anything like this again.
I don't know. I think maybe someday I might. $5 and I'd beat you to the bottom.
Don't get fucking brainwashed by the military, Noah, please. Fuck the military. I know that they're a necessary evil, but fuck the military, man. I want to live in a world where we don't need to have wars and shit. And we were starting to live in a world like that, but then the Fire Nation attacked. But yeah, like I said, not really too big of a fan of this episode. Not really a big fan of military propaganda in whatever it is, be it movie, video games, etc. So I'm not really a big fan of this episode kind of glorifying military lifestyle or whatever. Well, it's not necessarily glorifying it, but it's also like kind of putting it in the spotlight, and I just don't like that. And I don't like that the main characters are really into doing this, because I can never see myself doing that. If my country ever reinstated conscription, I would rather go to jail than go and do it, and I'm not ashamed to say that. Although at that point, since I'm already trans, but I'm just very reluctant to start transition in my country, I'd probably genuinely like go out of my way to deal with all the transphobia and homophobia in my country, just so I don't have to go to conscription, and I'll just go through the transition process in my country. Just so I don't have to go to conscription, because I think that is a fucked up thing to force people to go to, especially when it's just guys that are forced to do that, you know? So yeah, that side of the episode rubbed me the wrong way. Then there's the other fact that, I don't know, I just feel like it was another kind of a filler episode. Like, it wasn't moving the story in any way. So, it was just kind of, I guess, developing the relationship between the two friends of Rex and Noah. But, I don't know. Still wasn't that fun. It just felt like a filler episode. And after the last filler episode, which I wasn't a big fan of, I don't know, I feel like we didn't really need another episode like that. But, like I said, it is a little better, because at least it's not a random action-filled episode, but it had more of a plot, like a beginning, middle, end kind of thing. Whereas the other one was just action, 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 action. So at least in that regard it's a little bit better, but I had less gripes with last episode, because it just didn't piss me off as much as this one did. So yeah, I don't know. I think I will still give this episode a slightly higher rating, 7.1 out of 10 for all the things that I said, but I'm still not a big fan of this episode, so hopefully next episode is going to be a little bit better, but who knows. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's get into episode 18, Plague in 3, 2, 1. Why is everybody asleep?
The country was infected in 3 hours. The entire North American continent was asleep.
Noah?
All satellites are offline, and there has been no communication from overseas. The plague hit Providence before quarantine protocols.
Oh, I think I remember this episode!
Dr. Holliday has managed to keep herself awake using electric neural stimulation.
I think I remember this episode! Oh, this is gonna be a fucking cool one! I don't give a shit how bad the first one was. I'm excited about this.
It's a mess.
It's gonna be the last stop for those commuters if you can't catch that train.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta find it first.
Right behind you!
Found it.
More like it found you. Where's Spider-Man when you need him?
Rex, report.
Mission accomplished. I'm heading back to the lab.
Man, Rex and the White Knight
Oh,
working
man, I'm
together,
gonna be sore
I love
for
that.
weeks. Hour 6 and Bobo.
Same as the others, asleep. But Bobo's an Ebo. He should have been immune like you.
Why isn't he
I
then?
don't have a clue about this thing. Ugh. And these shocks won't keep me awake forever.
All the more reason not to waste any more time.
She's not wasting time.
No, he's right. We've got 60 hours at best before people start dying of thirst.
And 100 or so will die within the hour if the downtown fire spreads any further.
Dude, this is really cool.
Evolve into a sleeping plague. The key to solving this is finding patient zero.
I love the sci-fi episodes like this one. It reminds me so much of Doctor Who, and I think that's why I love it, because it's a really cool sci-fi episode. A plague of sleeping people. Like, this is the kind of stories that Doctor Who does.
Oh, come on.
If Cracks showed up on that thing, I think it's a little bit too late to try to take care of the evil.
If we can find the frequency that connected patient zero to the nanite, we can trace it back to him.
Oh, it's a two-ended snake. What the hell? Where the hell does it poop from then?
I modified this scanner to find the nanite control frequency. But it could take hours.
Dr. Holliday, where's my update?
Do you really think she'd keep it a secret if she found something? She's been working around the clock.
And that's the way it's going to be until we figure this out.
Just give me a moment. I can find the...
Doc! Doc!
That's great. You couldn't stay awake an hour or two more?
At least she was working on the problem.
What's the holdup?
I just need a second.
If you can't handle this,
What are you gonna do? Shuffle some papers at me? I'm all you've got, so back off.
True.
you are not that special, kid. And there is way too much at stake now.
I'm pretty sure he is, though.
Protocols. Code designation Iron Mace Alpha. Commence systems check. Confirm nanite shielding integrity.
Put a hustle on, Hotshot. Once it's dark, it'll be harder to find anything.
I can't do this by myself anymore.
You don't have to.
What?
Whoa. Nice suit.
Thrill me.
That's pretty fucking cool, though. These two working together? Hell yeah. I remember this episode. At least it shows you why he's the boss, you know? He can do this shit if he wants to.
This isn't exactly a desk job. Think you can keep up?
I'll manage.
I love this. So good.
Cool name.
How about Gizmo Dude? No, how about Robo-Pan?
How about White Knight? That's already a pretty fucking cool name.
Anything? I don't know how Six does it.
With a lot of patience. Uh-oh.
Ooh, looks like a tight fit. Someone needs to lay out the milkshakes. Got it covered.
Oh, I love this. Jesus!
You have serious control issues.
Yeah.
Wait here.
I don't think he's going to. Man, this really looks like a fucking post-apocalypse shit.
It's still changing. I don't think he's finished going evil.
Ugh!
Right, get to it.
Let's hope this guy is curable.
Something tells me he's not. Because it can't be that easy.
What? I don't get it. It's working, but it's not. He just healed.
She said he was the key. You tried your way, it didn't work.
You're not doing this.
It's not up for debate.
And what if you killing him kills everybody? He makes everybody brain dead. Have you thought about that?
We've got no chance to reverse this plague.
And you're suddenly the genius that's gonna figure it out? We have only hours before people start dying.
Okay, give me the chance to try it then, you dumbass!
No.
We still have hours then! Okay, he's got pregnant apparently.
Stop at night before these people get hurt.
Just as soon as you step away.
Uh-oh. You're the two people left on the planet who can stop this. Why are you fighting?
Didn't you ever wonder why I live in a sterilized box? That's why I run Providence. I can't be corrupted. I'll never evolve into some freak that betrays his team.
I think you have some psychological issues there, buddy.
I'm the only one that can be trusted.
Well, Rex is the proof that not all evils are bad.
Well, here's the update, Knight. Everybody on the planet has nanites.
Everybody but you.
That makes me normal. You're the freak.
He's got a point.
You are unbelievable.
Okay.
I'm ready to hear your theories, Doctor.
What? How did you manage to throw that?
Should have let me take him out when I still could.
Yeah, well, maybe if I devolve enough pieces of his armor, you'll get a decent shot in.
Get to it.
Wait. Pieces. It's lots of pieces. It's working, but on the wrong Evo. That's not Patient Zero, that's the virus. Patient Zero was under all that gross stuff. The outside part is mutating to defend him. He's commanding the viruses to protect him. The plague was his first defense.
How does this help us?
Just like Holiday said, Patient Zero is the key. I get his nanites to send out a wake-up call, then cure him.
And how are you gonna get to him under all that?
Get
I
eaten.
need that thing to eat me. Yeah, I know. The crazy thing is, it's the second time I've done this today.
You have to keep it still.
Right. Next time I'll let it kill me.
I mean, yeah. If it saves the rest of the world, why not? But you tried to cure him before and it didn't work. Why do you think it's gonna work now?
Suit integrity compromised. Nanite breach imminent. You got him in time. Still 100% nanite free. I'm surprised you saved him.
In a weird way, White Knight and I are sort of alike. We're both one of a kind. And that's worth something.
I'm proud of you, Rex.
Hmm.
Not just for this, but for figuring everything out.
Oh, sure, you know, it was pretty obvious.
No, really.
I want to figure out what went wrong with Bobo. I'm worried the virus may have triggered a permanent reaction.
Okay. So that was actually a pretty decent episode. Still not as good as I feel like episode 15 was from last video, but I definitely enjoyed this one. I liked the interactions between White Knight and Rex quite a lot. I like that they had to work together to solve the evil of this episode. It was pretty cool, and I remember this episode. It definitely stuck in my mind when I watched it originally. That just goes to show it is a good episode because I remembered it as a kid. And yeah, I always liked that interaction between them, and that they were the two who had to work together, and that White Knight had to leave his office and everything. That was pretty cool. I actually don't remember what happens with him in terms of whether he stays forever nanite free, but I'm curious to find out, because I remember watching season 1 of this show. I'm pretty sure I remember watching season 2. Maybe even a little bit of season 3. Maybe even the ending of this show. But the thing is, the further we get towards the end of this show, the less I remember watching. and the less I remember context-wise and story-wise. So there's still a lot of excitement and a lot of things to figure out, you know. But this was definitely a pretty cool episode. Like I said, very Doctor Who-esque. I really like that about it. I think it's really cool. I feel like it kind of meandered and kind of went nowhere a little bit towards the end. So it's not as good as it could have been, but I still think it's pretty good, and I definitely enjoyed it quite a lot. So, yeah. In terms of rating, I think I'm going to go with an 8.4 out of 10. Like I said, not as good as episode 15, but probably the second best in the last couple of episodes. And yeah, next time we're gonna be doing a 3-parter finale for season 1, because this show's seasons apparently have only 21 episodes, which means that I have to do a 3-parter. But yeah, what did you guys think about these 2 episodes? Comment those down below and let's have a discussion about it. And also, before we end this video, I just want to give a huge shout out to my currently 3 Patreons on Patreon. Deadpool, August Dice, and Little Uzi. Thank you guys for your support, I really appreciate it, it really means a lot to me. You have decided to support me, have continued to support me in such a long time. Hope you continue to enjoy my content, continue to support me going forward. Thank you very much. And now, before we end this video, I just want to talk about something to you guys very quickly, which some of you may or may have not noticed before or know about me, that being the fact that I am trans. And yes, this may come as shocking to some of you because I don't really flaunt it that much on my channel, or at least I feel like I don't. Outside of like my K-pop reactions, which is where I feel like the most comfortable being myself like this. And yeah, I am in fact trans. I'm not necessarily full-on male to female, but I heavily want to transition to being pretty female. I do consider myself more non-binary though, or maybe gender fluid would be the best descriptor as well, because I do have occasional moments where I feel fine being like just a normal guy, but most of the time, like right now, I do feel very dysphoric. And that's why I'm asking you guys for any help that you can give me, because my situation right now, I don't really see any way outside of you guys' help. Because, and this is gonna be kept short and concise, I live with my parents. They're never going to accept me as a trans person. They just never will. And as a matter of fact, back when I started the YouTube channel, I was actually kind of slightly starting my transition back then, with like starting to grow out my hair. I even got to DIY HRT, but because my parents started noticing certain things, like my behavior had changed a lot and my clothes had changed a lot, I kind of had to stop doing that because they were constantly nagging me about cutting my hair and just started to kind of be threatening in a certain way, and felt like they were ashamed of me and everything, and that just kind of stress just tired me out to the point where I just gave up. But as dysphoria goes, it just doesn't go away, you know. I still feel like this, and in fact it's somewhat been intensifying again recently, so I just wanted to share this with you guys. And again, I would really appreciate any amount of support you can give me in regards to this, because I just don't see any way out of this. Because even if I moved out of my parents' house and got myself a job and everything, that's just not gonna work for long-term planning, because once I transition, it's like I probably will not be able to get myself a job, because my country is very transphobic. Nobody gives a shit about LGBT people at all. So there's not even much I can do even in terms of transitioning here. So yeah, I don't know. I just would appreciate any amount of support you can give me, be it monetarily or in any way otherwise. And this is not about boosting my channel or anything, or guilt tripping you with my sob story. I just wanted to get this off my chest and make my subscribers aware of the situation that I am in, and that I would appreciate anything that you guys can help me out with. It would mean literally everything. Like, for example, a friend that I made after starting this YouTube channel, my good friend Yuri, has been helping me out a lot. And I genuinely might have not been here if it wasn't for him showing up and befriending me. So yeah, this just went a little bit longer than I intended, but I would just really appreciate anything you can support me with. That's kind of ultimately what I'm trying to say. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please leave a like, subscribe. Also, check out the description to my Twitter if you don't follow me over there, and to my Wattpad, where I post my stories, because in addition to doing all these videos on my channel, I'm also a writer. And if you don't enjoy my stories or simply enjoy my videos, you can head over to my Patreon or to my Ko-fi account, where you can pledge support and help get the channel going, help support me so I can keep writing stories you enjoy. But if you don't want to do it, that's completely fine. You can still help me out in other ways, like liking this video, subscribing to the channel, and especially sharing this video with somebody who you think might enjoy it. And I think that's pretty much it for this video, so hopefully I'm gonna see you in the next one. Bye!